Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Mark from Solar Games, and today we're going to do something really special. We're basically going to open these Universe versus Beyond decks for Warhammer 40k. I'm really excited. I just got these, so let's look into each deck. We're probably going to take this video really slowly. I might cut it into 4 parts and then just kind of go through each one of these decks slowly, individually. Let's enjoy it, while we have it. Apparently, these are actually easy to get, but the collector editions are like near impossible. I was lucky to get one from Amazon. This is a long time ago, ordered before everyone realized how rare they were. So, anyways, all right. Okay, don't break a nail. All right, let's see what these decks look like. Okay, box. Okay, set the box on the side. Okay, so we have this. So this is the Inquisition deck, it looks like. We have some tokens for the Emperor. That's actually pretty cool. I'll probably keep those. There's quite a few of them, actually. But on the back, we have our Universe Beyond. Probably this is the instruction sheet for like all Warhammer decks. Then you have your Life Wheel. Kind of a deck box, I guess. But not really. Is this a deck box? I'm very confused with what this is. I thought you might get a deck box or something, but actually, you know what? You might. Oh, you do get a deck box. Look at that. So over on this side is the deck box, but otherwise this is just fluff. Okay, so it looks like you get a little box. You can kind of put it all together, and then there's your nice little deck box. My only problem with deck boxes like these, and it does have the little nice 40k symbol. It's pretty nice. My problem with deck boxes like this is usually when you double sleeve your cards, it doesn't quite fit, so it's kind of like useless in some ways. We will double sleeve the cards today, and then we'll see how good the deck box works. But otherwise, we'll set this aside because this is the real deal here, why we came here today. All right, so let's see. How do I open this without damaging? There you go. There's a little cap of some sort. Okay, that goes on the side. All right, let's get started. All right, let's zoom this in a little bit more. Okay, cool. So, all right, so this is the Imperium deck. So of course, Imperium, they have a couple factions. If you watch my other video, you kind of have an idea. But apparently the face commander for this deck is Inquisitor Greyfax. So this is an Inquisitor. So Inquisitors are people who are basically like the Inquisition. Their job is to be out there to root out all sort of chaos, evil, that kind of stuff. So nice little foiling here. I don't know. So I'm actually kind of curious if this is the normal foiling, what the surge foil looks like. So anyways, but I guess these are your alternate commanders, Magnus Calgar, or okay, I guess maybe you only get one other alternate. Sometimes these decks have 2, so I probably should read the instructions, they'll tell me. But your other commander looks like is Magnus Calgar. Yeah. Nice. And he's a Astartes warrior. Pretty good. Okay. And they shall know no fear is your instant. Apparently there's quite a few, 160 I think the professor said, of these unique cards within the 4 decks, so quite a few. Okay, Grey Knight, Paragon. Okay, so the Grey Knights are pretty crazy too. They're basically like anti-chaos soldiers, so they're pretty crazy. Space Marine Scout. Okay, so there's your little scout, the little 2/1, first strike, vigilance. Yeah. So every one of them have like these flared flavor text. Like right here it says like conceal position, or this one says crushing teeth. Thunderwolf Cavalry. Okay, so there's your Thunderwolves. Okay, so it looks like instead of doing all of the factions, what they're doing is they're kind of giving you a flavor of every single faction. Like it looks like you're getting creatures from like the Thunderwolves, Grey Knights. So these are all the different types of like Space Marines and their factions. Okay, we have the Sicarian Infiltrator. I don't actually know what this is. Human Soldier Flash Squad 2. Okay, so Squad is as an additional cost to cast the spell, you may pay 2 any number of times, so it's kind of like a multi-kicker. When this creature enters the battlefield, create that many tokens, copies of it. Got it. So you kick it, you can kind of like kick it for 2, and then get a bunch of them. So, and it's, let's see, so its abilities, Benediction of the Omnissiah, When the infiltrator enters battlefield, draw a card. Oh, so you kick it a bunch of times and then draw a bunch of cards. That's actually pretty neat. That's pretty sweet actually, yeah. Okay. Yeah, see, Sanguinary Priest, this is from the Blood Angels. So this is where, basically they are definitely putting all the factions inside the Imperium deck. So that's cool. Deny the Witch, counterspell, basically. Oh wow, it's a 3-color counterspell. Costs 4, better be pretty good. Counter target spell or activate ability or trigger ability. Its controller loses life equal to the number of creatures you control. Wow, okay. So counterspell and they lose a ton of life. Wow. And spell, activate ability, and triggered ability. Okay, cool. Cool. All right, Primaris Chaplain. So this is like kind of like a commander on the battlefield type of thing. So of course he's got the battle cry. Whenever this creature attacks, each other attacking creature gets +1/+0 until end of turn. And Rosarius, whenever Primaris Chaplain attacks, it gains indestructible until. Okay, so you just start swinging forward. You don't even care, right? Okay, what is this? This is Swords to Plowshares. Okay, so there's your reprint, but it's kind of cool. It's got like a tank that's now farming, so nice. Okay, of course you got Reconnaissance Mission. There's your reprint. Mortify. This is again a reprint. Mind Stone. Okay, so these we just got to go through. But the artwork, man, this is pretty cool. Like all these artworks are so unique. Yeah, and oh, man, they have flavor text for them too. Wow, it's this product, man. I'm telling you, Wizards really put a lot of effort into this. Skull Clamp. Skull Clamp is a good card. They are not holding back. Okay, so this is the Imperium Soul Ring. That's nice. So let's check that out. Like you got like a skull going on in the middle of a ring in a sphere. That's cool. Talisman of Dominance. Wow, these artifacts are pretty good too. Talisman of Hierarchy. Cool. Wow. Talisman of Progress. So they're just giving you all the talismans, huh? That's pretty good. What are these banners of? Let's see. All right. Arcane Sanctum. So there's your Triland kind of thing. Okay, Ash Barrens. Memorial to Glory. Okay, and is that the Emperor in the back? It is, I think so, yeah. Memorial to Glory enters battlefield tapped, add 1 white, 3 and a white, tap, sacrifice Glory, create 2 1 white soldier or creature tokens. Okay, yeah. Arcane Signet. Okay, so let's check out the Signet. So the Signet is, what is that? It's I guess it's on a staff, right? So, yeah. Okay, I don't really understand that. Command Sphere. Wow, look at these. Pretty sweet, man. All sorts of crazy stuff. Okay, Command Tower, of course. Standard stuff, Dismal Backwater. Even the lands. So all of these arts are unique, right? Even the land is unique. It looks like these are definitely Warhammer looking lands. So, man, and the flavor text. Whatever space they have room, they add a little flavor text to it. Path of Ancestry. So these are the reprints, right? So these are the cards. Mana base looks okay. Obviously the mana base could be a little better. I almost want to upgrade the mana base, but I feel like at the same time, maybe just to keep it like really thematic, keep it this way. I almost wish they just had a slightly better mana base. Oh, cool. Let's look at all the legendary. Oh, Celestine, the Living Saint. Yeah, so she's Adeptus Sororitas, so they're like the Battle Sisters. Yeah, Flying Lifelink, Healing Tears. At the beginning of your end step, return target creature card with mana cost of X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, where X is the amount of life you gain this turn. All right, here we go. So swing with her, gain some life, and then at the beginning of your end step, return a creature with mana cost X or less. Defenders of Humanity, enchantment. Okay, nice. What does it do? When Defender of Humanity enters battlefield, create X 2/2 white Astartes Warrior creature tokens with Vigilance. So they're like 2/2 white Vigilance, like kind of like this. I guess Samurais have first strike. X 2 and a white. Exile Defenders of Humanity. Create X 2/2 white Astartes Warrior tokens vigilance. Activate only if you control no creatures and only during your turn. So you get it on cast, and you get it again at the end if you have no creatures. So it's kind of a good like defense card. If people board wipes, you can kind of like come back, I guess. For the Emperor, sorcery, creatures you control get +2/+2 and gains vigilance and lifelink until end of turn. Okay. So Space Marine Devastator. Here's your Space Marine with the las gun. What is he doing? Squad. He has squad as well. When he enters battlefield, destroy up to one target artifact. Oh, okay. So you could squad up and just like board wipe artifacts, enchantments. Wow, that's really strong. Triumph of Saint Catherine. Yeah, okay. So creature, human warrior, lifelink, Presidium Protectiva. When Triumph of Saint Catherine dies, exile it and the top 6 cards of your library in a face down pile. If you do, shuffle, exile it and the top 6 cards of your library in a face down pile. If you do, shuffle that pile and put it back on top of your library. Oh, okay, so she goes back in. Miracle. Oh, okay. And if you can miracle cast it for 1 and a white. Okay, so she's like 5/5 lifelinker, and you can miracle cast it. She basically has kind of like indestructible. That's kind of cool. And you know you're gonna get it within the next 7 cards, right? So Ultramarines Honor Guard. So this is the Ultramarine. So again, Squad 13. That they have the Sigmar U and the blue. Other creatures get +1/+1, and you could squad up on this. Oh, okay, that's pretty strong, actually. that's pretty strong. You can get a bunch of copies of this stuff and pump your entire board. Okay, Vexillus Praetor. I heard about this card. So Flash Vigilance, Aegis of the Emperor. Commanders you control have protection from everything. Yeah, so you get this guy out, protect him, and then that means your commander has protection from everything. Yeah, it's good, but I guess it's also kind of bad if you want to enchant your own commander or something like that. Imperium. Oh, so they have Miracle as their. They have Miracle on creatures. Okay, Flying Vigilance. Yeah, Miracle 1 squad. Okay, cool. Nice. Sisters of Silence. Okay, there you go. Wow, look at this art. It's so nice. This art is pretty cool. Okay, Vanguard Suppressor. So these are like your Ultramarines. Okay, yeah. So we've seen this card. I think this is one of the first cards spoiled. Arco Flagellant. So are these also? I guess these are also Space Marines. Well, I guess they're not Space Marines. They're humans doing stuff. Primaris Eliminator. When Primaris Eliminator enters the battlefield, choose one. Executional Round, destroy target creature, or Hyperfang Round. Oh, so he comes in, he shoots a bullet, right? Destroy target creatures or create creatures target player controls. Okay, so basically board wipe for small tokens or kills one creature. That's kind of important, right? Assault Intercessor. There you go. Again, these Space Marines in the story too, they have like gigantic blades and they have blade weapons and chainsaws and stuff like that. Oh, Belisarius Call. Nice. Yeah, this guy. Yeah. There you go. Ultima Founding. Okay, so Belisarius Call is a legendary artifact creature human. I think he works for Mechanicus, so that's the people who live on Mars who are like all about engineering humans, whatever. Ultimar Founding, tap 2 untapped artifacts you control. Create a 2/2 white Astartes Warriors token with vigilance. So he makes Astartes. Masters of Machines, tap X untapped creatures you control. And look at the top X cards of your library. You may reveal an artifact card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So dig X, find an artifact, put it in your hand. Okay, it's okay. It's not that great, but it's decent. All right, Birth of the Imperium. Okay, so this is so this saga, draw step, add a lore counter. Okay, so this is not one of those like look ahead or read ahead things. Okay, so let's think about the story of the Birth of the Imperium. There's no back to it. You create a 2/2 white Astartes warrior, right? With vigilance for each opponent you have. So let's say you have 4 opponents, you get 4 Astartes. Okay, each opponent sacrifices a creature Okay, and then you draw 2 cards for each opponent who controls fewer creatures than you. All right, draw 2. Wow. Okay, so yeah, and this is a go wide strategy on this Imperium side, so that makes sense. Calidus Assassin. All right, so polymorphine. You may have Calidus Assassin enter the battlefield tapped as a copy of a creature on the battlefield, except it has, whenever this creature enters the battlefield, destroy up to 1 other target creature with the same name as this creature. Okay, what does that mean? So you can have it enter the battlefield tapped as a copy of any other creature. Oh, okay, so it kills the creature that it copies. Interesting. So you come in, you can have the 3/3, but nobody's gonna do that. They're gonna come in and kill the other creature and become that creature. So that's pretty cool. Okay. Commissar Severine Rhine. Okay, leading from the front. Whenever Commissar Severine Rhine attacks, each opponent loses X life, where X is number of other attacking creatures. Wow. Okay. Summary execution. 2, sacrifice another creature. You gain 2 life and draw a card. Okay. So yeah, if you go wide, you can also just like, you know, sack creatures, gain life, draw cards. And this also powers like, you know, Saint Catherine. No, Saint Celestine, basically, where you can get creatures back. So you can kind of sack it, gain the life, bring it back. It's pretty good, right? Draw the card, yeah. Company commander, okay. Command section. When company commander enters battlefield, create a number of 1/1 white soldier creature tokens equals the number of opponents you have. Bring it down. Whenever company commander attacks, creatures you control gain death touch until end of turn. Yeah. So bring it down is like, I think, one of the so when you play Warhammer, there's like what they call submissions in each round. Bring it down is one of those missions where you're trying to kill like their some squad or their commander or something like that. Cybernetica Datasmith. Okay, so this must be one of the Mechanicus. Protection from robots. Field reprogramming. Target player draws a card. Another target player creates a 4/4 white colorless robot artifact creature token with this creature can't block. Okay, so somebody draws a card, somebody gets a 4/4. Okay, it's pretty nice. So I like these group hug type of things. Always kind of fun. You can do a lot of, you know, commander dealing with it. Okay, Librarian, Veil of Time. Whenever Librarian attacks, you may cast a spell with mana cost of X or less from your hand without paying its mana cost, where X is number of attacking creatures. Okay, so attack, cast a spell. Wow, okay. So basically that also gives your creatures and other things flash. So if you want to do anything funky, you can have a creature come in, for example, boost. Yeah. Exterminatus, non-land permanents. Okay, so this is pretty expensive, right? 5 white and a black, so that's 7 mana. Non-land permanents your opponents control lose indestructible until end of turn. Destroy all non-land permanents. Well, okay, so, oh, if you can figure out a way to make your stuff indestructible, this thing could actually just kill everything, right? But it's not exile, it's destroy. So it's kind of a little bit, I guess it helps people who like want the graveyard, right? The flesh is weak. Yep. When flesh is weak, enters battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Creatures you control with +1/+1 counters on them are artifacts in addition to other types, so they basically become artifacts. Oh, and non-artifact creature gets -1/-1. Okay. Yeah. So you cast this thing, you make a bunch of your stuff, artifact creatures, they get stronger, everything gets weaker. Okay. Inquisitor Eisenhorn. Okay. You may reveal the first card you draw each turn as you draw it. Whenever you reveal an instant sorcery card this way, create a Cherubale, a legendary 4/4 black demon creature token with flying. Okay. Oh, this is the cherubim thing. These are like the like flying demon cherubs. It's crazy. Whenever Inquisitor Eisenhorn deals combat damage to a player, investigate that many times. Okay, so deals damage, investigate, get like clue tokens. Let me see if I can find one of these cherub tokens, show you what that looks like. Astartes warriors look like this. Soldiers, cherubs. Where's the cherubs? How about here? Ooh, oh, that's the large one. Soldier, Imperium. Okay, Ultimar. Soldier, warriors, Arcoflagellant, cherub. Okay, Cherubel. That's not a cherub at all. That's actually just a demon, straight up. Cool. With flying though. Okay, awesome. All right, leave that on the side. Actually leave our face commander, the thick card, on the side as well. It's nice. Okay, so Naim Shai Murad. Rogue Trader, whenever Naim Shai Murad deals combat damage to a player, you may have that player return target permanent card from their graveyard to their hand. If you do, that player chooses a permanent card from in your graveyard, then you put it onto the battlefield under your control. Okay, got it. Nice. Okay, all right. Sister Hospitaller. All right. Medicus Ministorum. Whenever Sister Hospitaller enters the battlefield, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. You gain life equal to its mana value. Oh, okay. Wow. So just get a creature card, directly put into the battlefield, and then you gain life. But the creature cards in this deck are kind of small, so maybe it's like totally fine. Sister Repentia. Martyrdom. When Sister Repentia dies, you gain 2 life. You draw 2 cards. Okay, so dies, gain 2, draw 2. Miracle. Yeah. Okay. Yep. So you can miracle this in for white and a black, and it's like a 5/1. So it's basically you want it to die, draw the cards. Okay, so this is the card that everyone's like going crazy on, right? The Golden Throne. Oh, that art is pretty spot on. That's awesome. Yeah. So there's the Emperor, which is, again, he's now like super decayed, right? So before, the Emperor is like, you know, pretty glorious and gigantic, but now he's super decayed. So he's kind of like a skeleton sitting on a throne. So he's eating souls every day, right? They're feeding souls. So there you go. You got Arcane Life Support. If you would lose the game, instead exile this Golden Throne and your life total becomes 1. So you don't die. You get one shot. 1,000 souls die every day. Yep. Sacrifice a creature, add 3 mana of any combinations of colors. Okay, so basically you get like a kind of like a Lotus effect with, any combination of colors. You just get 3 colors, right? For 1 sack, you tap it for that. Okay, that's cool. Inquisitor Rosette. Inquisitor Agents. Whenever equipped a creature attacks, create a 2/2 white Zardes. Okay, yep, that's attacking. Attacking creature gain. Then attacking creatures gain menace until end of turn. Okay, so you get Astartes, that's attacking, but also everybody gets menace. So that's pretty strong. Knight Paladin. So these are okay. So the knights, the Grey Knights. Well, there's also just like knights. Knights are basically these gigantic robots. They're piloted by somebody, which basically they have this process where. It's called like the throne, I think. Basically, it's a way for the pilot to interface with the mech like completely. So very similar to wearing like power armor, like the Astartes, but it's just something specific for the mechs. Cool. There's another Titan here. Okay. Wow. So all of these Titans are huge. Holy crap! This is a 7 for a 10/10. Void Shields, protection from mana value 3 or less. Okay, that's actually fun. So protection from mana value 3 or less is kind of like when they so in the game of Warhammer, you would roll dice, and then they would do things like, oh well, if you roll a 5 or less, then I don't take damage. You have to roll a 6 only, or something like that. So it's similar to that. Gatling Blaster. Whenever Reaver Titan attacks, it deals 5 damage to each opponent. So this thing. You crew this thing for 4, and then if it attacks, man, it's just dealing damage. So they got like small and large creatures, right? Okay, so this one, Knight Paladin, is a trample rapid fire battle cannons. When Knight Paladin enters battlefield, deals 4 damage to each opponent. Okay. Wow, it's a crew 1 for a 6/6 trample. Okay, all right. Some of these are pretty freaking strong. Redemptor Dreadnought, 5 for 4/4, so it's got to be really good, right? Fallen Warrior, as an additional cost to cast a spell, you may exile a creature card from your graveyard. Trample. Okay, Trample. Plasma Incinerator. Whenever this guy attacks, if the card was exiled with it, it gets +X until end of turn, where X is the power of the exiled card. Okay, so they're like, yeah, okay. Got it. So you exile something with huge power, like, for example, that Sister with 5, and this is now a 9/9 artifact creature. Yeah, with trample, so pretty strong. Thunderhawk gunship. Okay, so this is one of the gunships. Flying, when Thunderhawk gunship enters the battlefield, you get Astartes. Whenever Thunderhawk gunship attacks, attacking creatures you control gain flying. Okay, so tons of basically go wide strategy, right? Create a bunch of tokens. All your tokens get stuff. Menace, flying. You can get a lot of effects on them. So really encourages attacking. It looks like. Bastion Protector. Commander creatures you control gain +2/+2 has indestructible. So it's another one of these things where it helps your commander. So your commander is even stronger. Collective Effort. 1 white. Escalate. Tap and untap creature you control. Pay this cost for each mode chosen beyond the first. Okay. So you can escalate. I see. Okay, got it. Choose one or more. Destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. Destroy target enchantment. Put a 1/1 counter on each creature target player controls. Okay, cool. So this helps also with if you have that ability that turns a bunch of like the artifact that makes everybody into basically machines, right? Deploy to the front. Create X11 soldier tokens, where X number of creatures you control on the battlefield. Pretty straightforward. Get them to the front. Entrapment maneuver. Target player sacrifice an attacking creature. You gain. Okay, cool. All right. Well, I mean, I think I should probably just go a little faster because this video is gonna destroy all creatures with power greater than target creature's power. Okay, cool. Our reckoning. Is this like? Oh, this is the Horus Heresy, huh? Yes. Okay. Destroy all non-token creatures. Huh. That's pretty fun. So it helps with your. Okay, launch the fleet. Strive. This spell costs 1 more for each target beyond the first. Okay, until end turn, any number of target creatures gain whenever this creature attacks. Create a 1/1 white soldier token. Okay, so you can get a ton of soldiers. So you launch the fleet, you can get a bunch of token soldiers. Martial coup, get more soldier tokens. It looks like. Utter End, exile target non-land permanent. So that's another. Single target removal, ever-flowing chalice, we know what that is. Choked estuary, dark water catacombs. Wow, okay, so these are, but even then, these are like really good artwork. It's the same as Exotic Orchard. I guess that's it. So this is the rest of it is all reprints. So it's pretty nice, man. That's fun. That's really enjoyable. I think I'll try to go a little bit faster on the card. Probably not read all of them because there's just too many cards for a video. I don't think everyone's gonna want to stick around for 30 minutes watching me sleeve cards and read every single card to you. Rather probably just read it yourself. But yeah, pretty fun. Probably gonna cut off this video. It looks like it's just a bunch of lands left, and then the basics. But yeah, this is a great set. I'm really looking forward to giving it a shot, playing this with my friends, and seeing how it goes. Anyways. This is Mark from Solo Games, and we'll cut this off with the Imperium, and then we'll dive into the other decks in the next videos. See ya.